Hello there, beautiful sacred hearts. This is Monica Bermudez, intuitive quantum energy healer catalyst. Actually, been using the word catalyst more than healer, but I'll get into that topic at another time. In this video, I wanted to just intuitively share with you this love wisdom message. So what does the awakening mean to you? And although I may be posing the question to you, I'm actually posing that question to myself as well. So I'm going to start by sharing my experience of the awakening process in my own version, as well as intuitive download of information, as many of us are going through this super awakening process. And it all starts with just a moment of reflection, and a reflection on what? Reflecting on things that may have been in our life and experiences, but also start to question those things in our life that have been ongoing patterns, and looking at them from a different angle and a different perception, and shifting it in so many ways, and bringing it all back into the heart and into the soul of your true essence of who you are. So when I went through my divorce and my most deepest dark night of the soul, this was one of my greatest awakening process for me, was when I thought that I was completely done with everything that I had to do here on this earthly cycle of this physical realm world that we find ourselves in, only to find out that it was just the beginning of a different soul path that was activating that soul contract agreement. So the way that I found it was by really start to question and reflect on all my previous romantic relationships, and seeing those threads and those patterns that kept popping up and repeating themselves over and over again. And that's when I realized that they were these subconscious level hidden blocks and patterns that I really needed to work on and shift in myself. And so that itself is the awakening, when we start to really question those things and have these aha moments where we start to see those patterns and realizing that they've been there for a while, and actually start to take action on them. So being in the awakening path is also being a continuous asking the questions of, not just doing it blindly, not just following it subconsciously, and not just, falling back into the same patterns again and again, but really taking a look at these patterns and really wanting to make a difference in yourself, because by putting a stop into the cycle of these patterns, you're also setting yourself up for your own future, to free yourself from being held prisoners of them, and attracting the same, whether that's the same type of relationship, romantic relationship, or even situations in your life, and even the work that you do of serving from a higher purpose. Because when you really start to tap into your true essence of who you are at the soul level, and it all starts within your own heart, which I call the sacred heart, when you go deeper into this awakening, that you find your greatest purpose and the greatness that you already are, and all your spiritual abilities that you already hold inside of you. So, but if you find yourself always buried and having these barriers around your heart that are holding you back from really expanding your heart and expanding into your own soul, then you will just be stuck in those patterns and being in this sleep mode. So the first step is wanting to step into that reflection, right? Reflecting on things that have passed, and the things in your life that are, have made a difference in your life, and what is it that you learned from them. And if you're thinking about specific situations and people, and you're feeling really triggered, you're feeling anger towards that, then there's still some work there, and that's something to really reflect on until you're able to look at these things and situations and people and not feel so triggered, but see it from a loving, compassionate, in a different angle, neutral space. That's when you know that you've healed yourself from that situation, or that pattern has shifted inside of you and you've been freed and liberated from it. So I would love to hear in the comment section what the awakening means to you. So share your thoughts in your comments below and connect with me and let me know how things are going. So definitely, this month of June, as we're approaching the end of June itself, we're approaching another full moon. So there's going to be a lot more shifting and releasing of these old patterns and these old energies. And it just feels like we're kind of in between worlds at this time, from the old and the new, because we just had some really big major shifts with the eclipse that we just had. And so in some ways, some people want to go back to the old ways, while others just are ready to be free and go into a different path. And that could be scary at times because many people don't know where that's leading. And so that also brings it back to the awakening process, where people are starting to reflect as to where all of this is leading towards, and making them think about all those things, which is also bringing on the light. It's like switching on a light bulb. It's telling you, here, are the signs and the clues to your greatness that you already are. All right, so I look forward to seeing your comments, and I'm sending you all so much love. So bye for now.